Alright everybody, it's Knockout Psycho. I'm just going to be reviewing the best harvest route on Anthem. Right now I'm just equipping my harvest build. You don't need anything special. The most important thing here is that you run 2 elemental rages. There's actually a hidden plus 100% harvest bonus on these weapons. It doesn't show it to you, but it's there. So 2 Masterwork or Legendary, doesn't matter the power level, just need 2 Elemental Rages. Of course it helps if you get Harvest bonus on them as well, but it's not required. For melee, gear, support, doesn't matter, just try to get Harvest bonus wherever you can. I've got 35 and 20 on Steam Vent. Components, same thing. It doesn't really matter what you run, just put on as much Harvest as you can get. I recommend Storm or Interceptor, mostly just because you can harvest faster, because you can move throughout the map faster. Alright, so I loaded into Freeplay at Fort Tarsus. You want to come straight down here to the right. Sometimes there'll be a alloy right here.
System check complete. Looking at relevant comm traffic for events that need
always come down over here. Sometimes there'll be a chest right here. Okay, you can open this chest and come straight down. Sometimes there'll be a chest right here in this corner that I'm staring at. Sometimes you'll have some chimeric compounds sitting over here. Some more chimeric compound along the way. And mostly it's just follow the route here. As you can see, I got 21 chimeric compound from 1 plant. This area right here, there's usually more than just 2. It's completely random, but sometimes you'll get lucky and there'll be 30 plants right there. Again, the most important thing is that you've got 2 elemental rages equipped. It's plus 200% harvest bonus. There's no reason not to run it if you're coming in here specifically for material. Always come up here, you can check. Sometimes there's a chest, sometimes there's a dead javelin. There's our first alloy. We got 16 from 1 plant. We got really lucky on this one. A lot of chimeric compound over here. There's usually not that much, but you should always check.
That signal isn't too far away. We should investigate.
So this whole area where I'm over at right now, Gathering Falls, just look around. Sometimes there'll be an extra chest over here, sometimes there'll be alloy. Drop down here.
Scars, watch your back out there.
Yeah, we got really unlucky. This whole section I'm standing on will usually have 10, 12 plants, chimeric compound, so... Alright, from here I'm fast traveling to the Shadowmark Strider. We're going to the Bane engine. Specifically, if you need Chimeric Alloy, this is the first cave that you need to go to. Alright, once you land at the Shadowmark Strider, just check around underneath the Striders. It's usually a good idea. Even in contracts, legendary missions, doesn't matter. If you ever land on a Strider, there's going to be plants below it. Sometimes there'll be a chest hidden in here. Alright, then just go northeast, and we're going to the Bane engine. Sometimes this will be a chest instead of parts. Alright, so we're in the Bane engine. Just take off, and this is Chimeric Alloy that you're coming in here for. Basically, just check this entire entrance. There's no real reason to go any further than this beginning section of the hallway. This is really the only location that's worth going to. I wouldn't go any further than just this entrance path. Alright, last thing you can get, there's always parts. At the very end, there's always parts there. Alright, now we're going to fast travel to Eastgate Strider. Once you land at Eastgate Strider, you always want to look around again. Same thing. Sometimes you'll get lucky with plants. Of course, I missed the Chimeric compound there. Alright, we're going southeast. This is towards Stone Canyon Run. But once you come up this way, you can get a little bit of Chimeric Alloy and compound along the way. Sometimes there'll be a chest back in that section we just passed. So here's Stone Canyon Run. You just want to fly past it a little bit. Sometimes you'll get lucky. Right up here around this corner of this rock, there's going to be a bunch of Chimeric Alloy. This time we didn't get any. Just check around this general location. Alright, and there's one other section over here by the time trial that we can check for more Chimeric Alloy. And that's right here in front of us. Nothing this time, that's okay. Now, the whole goal is there's two caves that we need to go to. Necropolis is one. The other one's down to our southeast. The Shrine. And the Haven's okay. It's not the best. The Shrine is by far the best cave for alloy. The Shrine is always going to have Chimeric Alloy in it, so if you don't want to fly around the entire map and you just want to go to one cave, you can go to Eastgate Strider, follow this path, and then just go straight to the Shrine. Back out of Freeplay, relaunch, do it all over again. Alright, once you load into the Shrine, always check around this corner. Sometimes there'll even be a chest over here. Alright, then you can just fly past this section, turn left. This entire section going down the waterfall, there's not going to be no alloy can spawn there, but once you get down to the bottom, just check everywhere. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and this question mark will be a chest. This time it's parts, so you can't get it. Always come up top. Sometimes you'll get lucky. I think this time we did. We got 1 or 2. Alright, and then this is just the end. You can either use this fast travel point, which I'm about to do, or you can open your map and fast travel directly from here. Alright, so we're back out of the cave. Now we're going to go back to Eastgate Strider so we can go to the Necropolis.
An outlaw ambush. They were organized. If the passengers don't cooperate, we need to hurry. I'm picking up... Yes, passengers. We still have passengers on board.
Always make sure you check around the outside of the Necropolis. Sometimes you'll get lucky and there will be alloy. Alright, once you're inside the Necropolis, this one's a little tough just because sometimes it can be hard to see them. The alloy likes to hide in here, so basically just check every corner that you can find. Not very often will you get that many in this beginning section, but it's still worth the look. And then, as you can see, we got really lucky 7 Chimeric Alloy plants in a row. Always check the waterfall, just turn around. And usually this is as far as you want to push. Not very often are you going to get anything past this section. You can always come down a little bit further and hope you get lucky. But once you get into the second section of the cave, you're not going to find anything in there. Yeah, so as you can see, we didn't get anything any further. Once you get to that kind of halfway mark in the tunnel, it's usually best to just go to your next location. Alright, so we just fast traveled to the Academy Strider, and this is going to take us to the last cave, the Hollow. This one you don't necessarily have to do. I find that this one's extremely hit or miss. A lot of times you won't have anything in here, so it's not necessarily worth the trip, but this time we got lucky. As you can see, we got extremely lucky. I don't even know how many plants this was. It's like 10 or 12 Chimeric Alloy, so in this case, it was worth the trip to the Hollow. If you choose to, you can fly all the way down here to the end. It's, again, not required. We got one Chimeric Alloy at the end, but most of the time you're not going to get very much from the very ending sections of most of these caves. But yeah, that's the best harvest route that I've found, specifically for Chimeric Alloy. Most of the beginning section is going to be Chimeric Compound, so if you only need Alloy, you can completely skip everything that was from Fort Tarsus up to the Shadowmark Strider. If you only need Alloy, spawn in at Shadowmark Strider, hit the 4 caves, back out, do it all over again.